Take a walk around the halls of Lee Summit High School and you're likely to find someone wearing a KC heart shirt. Local Kansas City store Charlie Hustle is the creator behind these increasingly popular tees.
Initially had 16 designs when he rolled it out. Really wanted to focus on vintage t-shirts, premium t-shirts, and the 16th design was actually the KC heart.
Charlie Hustle wanted to find a way to share their city pride with the community, and partnering with local charities was an opportunity to do just that.
So a couple years ago, Charlie Hustle decided to really, because we are all about Kansas City and civic pride, get involved with giving back to local charities. Dream Factory is a huge local charity. They do a great job kind of granting dreams for seriously and chronically ill children.
9-year-old Gwen Castellano's condition gave her a chance to have a wish granted through the Dream Factory.
My daughter has a condition called spina bifida, which is a birth defect where she was born with, to simply say, kind of an opening in her spinal cord in her back where her spinal cord was exposed. So she had some nerve damage from that. So she has some paralysis really from her knees down. She can't feel it all from her knees down. But so she right now walks with just like a walking stick.
With the help of Dream Factory, Gwen's wish gave her the possibility to be just like any other kid.
My daughter really loves to swing. It's something she learned to do at a very young age, and she's really good at it for her condition. She's able to pump her legs and swing, but playground sets aren't intended or designed for kids like her. So having a backyard swing set that's accessible to her has always been her dream.
Granting wishes helps Greg Moore continue to establish roots in the Kansas City area.
To partner with local charities in the community, anyone in Kansas City, is huge for us because, one, it promotes our brand, allows us to kind of integrate ourselves more within Kansas City and the roots.
Gwen's dream wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for Charlie Hustle and Dream Factory.
It's been amazing. It's been something that we were able to give our daughter that we financially could not have done ourselves. So just to see her excitement and to see her being able to go and play with her sisters, and the fact that she would not have that unless for the Charlie Hustle and Dream Factory. It's been an amazing opportunity.
Signing off for Tiger Broadcast.
Ow.
This is Abigail Follis.
Many teachers put all their heart and soul into caring for their students, and Miss Worstel is no exception.
She's being a great teacher, and she's just a great person in general. She's very nice and happy and caring.
She is an excellent communicator. She's very passionate about reaching her students and reaching for musical excellence.
As it turns out, Miss Worstel's dedication and commitment begins with her family, where she is working to help her daughter Linnea, whose skull fused too early. Linnea has already had one surgery, but it didn't go quite as expected.
Her head it went back to the original shape. So the surgery wasn't necessarily a screw up. That type of surgery just didn't quite work for her.
It's hard for any parent when their kid has to go through surgery, especially a second one. But Miss Worstel has a different way of looking at it.
I'm actually not scared for this surgery. I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm really excited for this surgery because the doctor has a whole new way of doing it where he's going to use her own skull to create a new forehead for her. And so everything will be in place the way it needs to be when she's done. And so I have a lot of hope and faith.
Any fight can't be fought alone. For Miss Worstel, her support is coming from those she helps every single day.
I actually did a fundraiser last year at Hy-Vee, and so my mom just called them up again, and they said that I could be there for several hours and play. And then I set up a poster or something like that, and then I posted on social media. So I was really surprised. I actually raised $976.46, which is amazing.
This fundraiser wasn't the only help the Worstels received.
That GoFundMe was really just in response to seeing the exorbitant costs that were coming in to the family for caring for their child, and knowing how stressful it is just to live day to day on teacher salaries, and then to know that we've got these very heavy medical expenses coming in. It's the burden can just be crippling.
All the generosity and help has affected Miss Worstel in a way she just cannot believe.
It's really a completely humbling experience because when you're a teacher, you are used to being the helper. And so it's kind of different to being on the receiving end.
It's amazing to see a community pour their heart and soul into one of their own. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, this is Emma Osterly.
Congratulations, Jackson. You're the first one to escape. Now we have some questions for you.
Middle school was honestly really rough for me.
I didn't do as much homework and my grades were failing.
I obviously care about my grades, but I didn't care as much. Now I kind of realize how it's going to help me for college, and I know how important it is.
It helps me understand it better than what I did before.
Helped me become more organized. I take notes better.
It helped me to do my homework, study better, and all around be a better student.
AVID is a college readiness program.
AVID stands for Advanced via Individual Determination.
For students in high school to give them skills that they'll need to be ready when they go to college.
For me, it's kind of something that can help me stay organized and on top of everything, figuring out what we want to do for the rest of our lives.
So AVID is going to teach them a lot of skills that maybe they're not going to get directly in other classrooms. Also organization, they're required to keep a binder. A lot of the problems with students is that they do not have good organization skills.
We teach them Wicker strategies, so writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading.
Different things that maybe they're not the best at, but they can make improvements on. They do have to want to go to college. They do have to want to get better. They want to take that next step, but maybe they need a little bit of help. If they've got a problem, they can come and talk to me. I can help them solve problems, work on homework. So I would say definitely AVID is for a middle of the road kid that maybe just needs that extra support to go over the hump to get those college-bound classes.
Tuesdays and Thursdays we do tutorials.
It's called a tutorial request form.
So a TRF is when a student is confused on a certain question, so they come up to the board and then we have a little group and then all of the other students have to ask them questions so that they will figure out the answer on their own.
We don't tell the kids the answers. We prompt them with questioning to help them think critically.
That is difficult for some of them, but I've seen them, they're learning to be a learner themselves, like to be an independent thinker and work through that process that maybe they wouldn't have before. It's a more difficult skill than I would have thought before, but they're learning to ask questions and they're seeing the things that they don't know and having to teach it to each other.
Because our goal is that when they get to college and they don't have that extra support that they do here in high school, that then they can hopefully critically think for themselves of how do I figure out a problem that I don't know how to do.
Even just having these students for a semester and a little bit longer than that, I can already see some of them are more organized. I mean, they are expected to be.
But yeah, I have seen a huge improvement in their growth and in their desire to go to college, do great things, and make a difference.